The song goes, it's Friday then. Hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. Well, it is Free for All Friday. Let me bring in the panel. You guys are in control today. Prowl Nation Family, you guys are going to control the show. And we have a special guest on the panel today. Y'all see the name, Mr. Reliable, gold member himself, my man, Michael Huck. Welcome to the panel, Mike.
Thanks.
All right. And y'all know who it is. It's Queen of the Prowl. Oh, man. And I know she's got a headache today because them Bears look rough yesterday on TV. It's best.
Yeah, you know what? They looked rough, but they they stomped the daylights out of the Hawks. So, man, even looking as rough as they did.
Man, we can get a Pee Wee team to take on the Hawks in this year.
How bad are the Seahawks if the Bears can whoop the tail?
They are pretty bad. Yeah, I know who it is, man. He is back from his hiatus. He's feeling better, man. Welcome back to the show, my man, Uncle Timmy, Maniac Tim Becker. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, it's great to be back. I'll tell you, last week all I did was just go. Actually, the last couple of weeks, it was go to work and come home and sleep, and I couldn't get up because I was so wiped out. It was killing me.
Man, it is glad to have you back, brother. Man,
great to be here.
Last but certainly not least, man, it is our LNU stablemate over there from Chat Sports, man. Y'all know who it is. It's the infamous Micro Mike. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? I was frozen in place for a little bit. Yeah, I'm excited to get this thing going. Wake me up, folks. I need to wake up.
We got to have some good questions to wake him up today. He's pounding the energy drink, but it's all about you. It's all about the fan questions. That's all we're going to do all hour long is take questions from the fans.
Get them in the chat now.
Get them in the chat now, man. So if you haven't asked one already, I know Val got some lining up for the first ones out the gate. What we got first coming up, Val?
We're going to go to Michael Huck because he's got a really cool question relating to the upcoming game against the Colts.
Basically, my question was based on the secondary's performance last game and reports out of Indy is that the secondary hasn't been looking too good. Does that change your expectations for the upcoming season with their record?
So, Kurt, what you think?
Hell nah, man. That's joint practices is, you know what? Okay, so you look at what happened on what was that? Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday. They looked like it was in shambles. Oh my God, it's the world's falling. Wednesday they had a better day, but when you have joint practices and those drills, especially one-on-ones, are usually going to be stacked in the offense's favor, especially when you have a team that's coming in off the road. Those things are going to be really catered to the offense. It's definitely reactionary by the defense. So, and they've been running those drills for how many weeks? The same thing for our offense and their secondary. We're just going to be running up and doing our thing because we're already in rhythm. Once JG got comfortable and he started carving up their defense just like Matt Ryan was carving up ours. But we had a better day yesterday, and I'm looking at Jeff Okudah and Amani Royer and those guys making some plays. Even Queen of the Prowl's long-lost prodigy son that she still doesn't claim, Kirby Joseph, had an interception against Nick Foles. I believe in RB Pleasant.
That's an interception against Nick Foles, though. Come on now. That's not saying
well, hold on. Super Bowl MVP Nick Foles. Don't get it twisted now. Don't act like that dude can't play.
Come on. I know Nick Foles well enough.
Don't act like Nick Foles can't play. I mean, you got a rookie picking off a Super Bowl MVP. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. But he's not that Nick Foles anymore. I get what you're saying. But he is a proven pro in this league. But man, he baited him into an interception. I think that the secondary is gonna get better. They're gonna start gelling. You gotta look at how many new pieces are in, and you gotta even look at Jeff Okudah. He's a new piece. The dude hadn't played. He hasn't played. He's a new piece to the secondary, especially from last year because he didn't play in last year's system because what? He was on IR with the Achilles. Played, what did he play? Half a game last year? So he's a new piece. So they got to get used to these, being out there with each other, communicating. You got Deshaun Elliott's a new piece, and you're going to have a new nickel. I believe the young fella will be up there making the case to be getting some playing time. Rodrigo's not the only rookie who's making a case to get some playing time on the field this year. It's my man Chase Lucas. That guy's good. So, with all that being said, it doesn't change my pick. I still got 7-10 wins, Michael Huck. I think the secondary will be okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you my quick answer real quick. I don't think it changes much of anything. I know the secondary is trash as hell, but it's the team is still gelling together, so it's still going to be a work in progress. So I don't see any difference. I see 7-10 wins myself. Mike, what do you think?
I got 7-8 wins. Doesn't change anything. It's kind of what I expected them to be. I feel like the offense is going to be really, really good, and they're going to have to carry this season to get those wins. I think the defense is just lack of talent there. And, the secondary, yeah, there's some issues there, but at the end of the day, the linebackers is going to be what's the problem for the Lions defense. It's going to be the Achilles heel still, 7-8 wins.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. What do you think, Maniac Tim? You're usually the Kool-Aid drinker of the group here.
Oh, yeah. I am the Kool-Aid drinker.
He's the guzzler.
I need some of what he has.
But he's got a keg tapped.
My expectations are high, and because I aim high and I want to achieve high. So I think that the coordinators are going to go ahead and get this defense playing as a unit, and they will elevate their play during the regular season. I don't give a crap about practice and stuff that don't count. What I want to see is them play and ball out in the regular season. I do think this offense is really going to help out, and to me, anything less than 10 wins, I mean, I'm not saying to fire Dan Campbell if we have less than 10 wins. I'll get that straight. But anything less than 10 wins, because of how close we were in the season, an easier schedule, a second-year coach, a second-year quarterback, and a system, and also a better team than what we had, I don't think that is too much to ask for 10 wins this year, because we lost a lot of games closely.
Yeah, we have 5 games within 2 points, 7 games within single digits, 5 within 2 points. That is, and yeah, you got what we had the record for 3 losses on game winning field goals at the end of the game. So that's we had the potential. I get what you're saying, Tim.
So we've got so many people in the chat right now. We've got Sweetbread, we got Dan Spanos, Grandizer 12, Smoking Jeremy B, who's I mean, you guys are
smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. The Darth Vader of the group.
Oh God, that was good.
Yeah, man.
That needs to be its own video
Brian
right there,
Stover has a fun question for us.
Uh-oh,
if I can get it to pop up.
Brian's usually
why is it not popping up for me?
Okay, hold on. I just read it.
I know.
It popped up a second.
There it is. Okay, there it is. All right. Does Goff have a shot as the future quarterback? God, I hope not. Actually, to be honest with you, you ain't gonna like this. He actually does. This coaching staff and this regime relieves of him. And you look at his salary the next 2 years and what the quarterback market is, that's actually a decent contract for what he has for 24 and 25. Just because of the fact, if you look how the quarterback market has been reset by deals signed by some of these other quarterbacks. You're looking at the deal signed out there in Arizona by Kyler Murray and what Deshaun Watson got out there in Cleveland, fully guaranteed. So the quarterback market has been reset. And actually, we get a discount double check if we keep him under contract for the next 2 years, just to be honest with you. I think he does. It depends on how he plays this year. And he's looking good. So, I mean, we'll see. Man, let's welcome back, man, to the panel. I see it, man. Y'all know who it is, man. Y'all see the avatar. Y'all see my man Luke Cage's avatar up there. It is Luke G of Luke G's Field Review. Shame, don't love him like you do. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, family? Listen, I heard it was a whole entire takeover, and I felt like I need to pull it up on you. That's what I feel like I need to do. I feel like we need to pull up and get this takeover going.
He's pulling the drive-by.
Pull up on
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So answer you coming in fresh. Answer the question: does Goff have the shot at being the future QB?
Yeah. I mean, it scares me to even open my mouth and say it, but yeah. I mean, because you got to ask yourself, what do you really need from a future QB? If he ends up at best being similar to Jimmy Garoppolo, are you upset? No. As long as he's not hurt, but in terms of the production, Jimmy Garoppolo don't do nothing great, right? Jimmy Garoppolo is not going down as a top 10 quarterback. No. Does he get the job done? Yeah. And all I'm asking is for my quarterback to get the job done. He don't got to be special. He don't got to be anything supernatural. He just got to get the job done. And if you look at the progression, if I'm watching the guy get better, why would I then, jump ship? Now, should I always have somebody behind him to remind him that this can be taken away? Sure. But for the most part, he definitely can be the quarterback of the future.
Okay, cool. All right, Val, what you got?
I sure as hell hope not. But yet, does he have a shot? Yeah. Let's hope to God that there's somebody that's out there. Somebody please come save us. But yeah, right now Goff does have a shot.
All right, what you got, Micro Mike? You know what I'm saying? Take a swig of your good juice. And
he's definitely got a shot. This is what this season's for. And to be honest, if he ends up being great, that's a win for the Lions. You got 2 draft picks to turn around and get a quarterback. But if he's not, then great. You got draft picks to get a quarterback. I mean, it's a win-win situation. Either way, I'm perfectly fine. I want a supernatural quarterback. I want a guy that can pull demons out of hell and all sorts of stuff.
you say you want Constantine to be your quarterback?
I want Constantine to be a quarterback.
Yeah, man. Okay, what you got, Maniac Tim? What do you think, man? What do you think about JG?
Okay, well, it's all about the wins. Now there's no excuses. He has the receivers. If he cannot use the receivers, and if the offense that Ben Johnson designed around him, for him, made to work with his talents, if he can't get it done now, get him the hell out of here.
Okay.
But if he can get it done, more power to him. I want him to prove it. This is a prove it year, and if not, kick his ass out.
Man, come here, Maniac with the Maniac tape. Get his ass out of here. All right, Mr. Reliable, can you weigh in right quick? What do you think? Do you think that he has a chance to be the future of the franchise as a quarterback?
Everybody's got a chance. Dan Campbell says anybody on this team who comes out and plays hard has a chance. And just like Tim said, he's been given the weapons. They signed Chark. They drafted Jamison Williams. So they've given him some legitimate tools to prove himself. They've got a pretty good running game. He's got a good line. Hawkinson, so he's got everything he needs to prove himself. If he can't get it done, that's on him.
Absolutely. And I would say this. It has nothing to do with his play on the field, man. But he did something the other day that made my heart warm. There was a little young man that had Down syndrome that visited the Lions facility, and he had a special moment with the kid. The kid had on his golf jersey. He signed the kid's jersey for him, man. To play catch with him, and that was, I'm as a special needs parent, that's always does my heart warm to see that. So it has nothing to do with that, but just being a good guy, being a decent human being, man, and doing that with that young fan. Shout out to JG, man, for that. But hey, before we get to the next question, man, y'all know what it is. It is the last day of this week of the Salute to Service caps on the on the Kurt cap switch up. Y'all see what it is. This is this year's, or this is 2021's Salute to Service cap. I wore a different cap every day this week. So the last one for this week is the 2021 Salute to Service cap. Y'all see that thing? Y'all see how I was rocking? Y'all see what I do with these caps, man? I'm just bringing you some different ones. Make sure you pay attention to. It was a very special one I had this week, and you have some information on that one. So go back if you need to, kind of look at the ones I wore this week. But there was a very special one that I will be asking you about toward the end. And like I said, we giving away an autographed cap at the end of the Kurt cap switch up this year. So
now, Kurt, was that the hat that said "I like big butts and I cannot lie"?
Nah.
No.
My wife
No,
wouldn't
Okay.
agree with that one.
Kurt's so busy being in school right now that he's making everybody do homework.
Yeah,
Look,
everybody gotta do a little
I just wanted to
homework.
make sure that I had, because it was a
Yeah.
special cap, and I remember
Yeah,
one that
special
says I
cap.
like big bucks, and I cannot lie.
No,
And
had
I
to
just
get
wanted
rid
to
of
make
that
sure
one,
that
man.
it wasn't
wife,
that cap.
My wife made me get rid of that one. So, all right. So next question, we got Nicole in the building.
Nicole's got a
Lady
couple of questions for us, but we're
Yeah.
going to start with this one. Good morning, y'all. How many defensive linemen do you think will keep on the final roster?
All of them. Better keep every last one of them.
Unfortunately, yes, and we're going to
I'm
have
gonna
to. But
spit my water out, man. I ain't messing with you. Oh, shoot. Let me see. Defensive
Gotta
lineman.
keep them all.
Is that including
Like
edge?
Pokemon.
is that like Pokemon? You got to catch them all
Yes.
and keep them
That's
all?
exactly what it is. Gotta keep them all. Gotta keep them all.
What's that? As many as humanly possible. To be honest with you, I would definitely get rid of Boyle to have an extra defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In a
I'd
heartbeat.
get
Like,
rid of
yeah,
Boyle
yeah.
just for a cheerleader
Listen.
on the team. I don't care.
Y'all don't understand how much Mike dislikes Boyle. You didn't even
Oh, we
finish the whole
understand.
sentence. You said I would. He was like, yeah, get him the hell out of here.
I'll have 52 men on the roster. If it
He'll give me one short just to get rid of Tim Boyle. That's bad. How?
so bad.
And ask for a refund from him.
That's right. Yeah, give me some money back. You will give it the Calvin Johnson treatment. Give me back that side of bonus. Let me see. I would say defensive linemen, and if you're talking interior and edge rushers, I would say 10 to 12, something like that.
How many we
Which
got right now?
Ooh. Look at the
500.
depth chart.
Right.
We look at the depth chart. Go ahead. Somebody else answer the question while I look at the depth chart.
Yeah, I'm gonna look too.
All right, Tim, what do you think?
17. No. No.
Right. Go high, Tim. Aim high.
Yeah.
I'm already with Luke. I think we're gonna keep all of them because we got no replacements for them.
No, we can't.
But we had a
we
draft.
can't keep all of them.
Well, for now,
we
until the
got a
next
shit
draft.
of them. I mean, 1, 2,
Until the next
3,
draft.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh yeah, you got to do the cut down too, don't you?
We got 11. I think we have 11, and that's. I don't think they have them all listed as defensive linemen right now. They don't have them listed as edge or
So we got
tackle.
11 total just listed as defensive linemen,
Mhm.
and you said keep 10 of them. Yeah, see, you're right on par with me.
Yeah.
All of them. See,
6, 7,
I'll have
8,
10, but not keep the same
9,
players. I think
10,
that Deshaun Cornell
11. No, we got
could
12. I'm
go,
sorry.
Bruce
We got 12.
Hector could go, and Julian Akwara, and then we can find somebody that other teams release.
oh,
think
damn, you
Aguilar
giving up on
right.
Julian? You
Yeah,
giving up on Julian already?
I'm giving up on Julian, man. Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? And he,
Yeah,
with him, like nothing's going on with the Julian. You know what I'm
They
saying?
have
So,
they have Julian O'Connor listed as a linebacker. So
What do you
And
think?
And
Michael?
they've been using him as an off ball linebacker. I've been hearing, but
yeah, they have.
I remember when we drafted him, I was so confused. I was like,
what is he?
I forgot. Romeo Cornell makes 13. I'm sorry. So Romeo O'Quarr makes 13.
So 13, you said keep 10?
I say
Not
keep
bad.
as
Not
possible.
bad.
Right.
I say keep as many as possible. If you can keep rolling them in and out, and you can wear down that other team's offensive line late in the game, you can turn that game around. Look what LA did with Cincy in the Super Bowl last year. That's where they won it, was the line late in the game.
Yeah, the rotation between the linebackers and the defensive line. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Mike. Yeah, I got it. For
Yeah.
real.
Right.
All
But
right.
check the waiver wire too.
Yeah,
If
I'm
there's
always
somebody
checking
better.
that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm interested in the guy that just got cut down there in Jacksonville. Brown from the Brown. And he has a history with Dan Campbell and
I hate to
Glenn.
say this, but there's one player that we need to bring in, and many fans would love it. Many people probably would hate it, but he should have never left in the first place. And they should pray to God that it's Ndamukong Suh. See, told you somebody's gonna hate it.
I love it.
No,
I
you love
want
it.
Sue back.
I
No,
want
Sue
Sue back
ain't going
too.
to show up here. No.
I love Sue,
but
man.
Sue gonna want that. He gonna want that paper.
Hey,
Then
give
pay
it-
him. You got the money. What you saving it for?
Yeah, give it to Sue.
All right, let's
I
go
mean,
to the
he's a
next question.
kneecap. He's a kneecap biter, maniac guy. Yeah,
loves
get
Sue
some
ain't
of
coming
Aaron
back
Rodgers'
here.
kneecap.
Sue ain't coming back here. All right, let's go
Okay.
on to the next question. Do you think we'll keep more than 3 backups on the O-line? What you think, Mike? Ooh.
I'm thinking they're gonna go Tommy Kramer, Obina Ease, and there's another one that's starting to stand out on the offensive line. Got to see Lamb. So I think that will be it right there. And then you got Logan Stenberg, I think will get cut, and
Evan Brown, he ain't going nowhere.
Evan Brown's that's already given, man. Evan Brown's on the team. You already know that.
Oh, okay, so you're saying 3 and Evan Brown.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
4,
Evan
4
Brown
guys.
is my favorite backup for the whole team. He's one of my favorite free agent re-signings, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say 4. Those 4 guys. Yeah, I give it to you with that one. Those 4 guys. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I think so too. I think every team member is essential at this point right now, as much as possible.
Look what happened last year.
Yeah, and we're still you'll be able to what do you call that, stockpile a couple of guys on the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? You see how they how the I guess the rules now with the practice squad is with the veteran players, and you can pay them a little bit more just to keep them on the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? You can give them a pretty decent contract so they'll just stay in house. But yeah, I agree with that about those 4 guys. Yeah. What you got, Mike?
I agree with what you're saying. 3 or 4 backups, especially with the O-line. Those guys are, you've got big guys running at you and you're trying to stop them. Injuries happen. We're not going to, the chances of staying healthy all year, slim to none. So keep as many good linemen as you can, 3, 4 backups.
Yeah. All right. What you got, Luke? You good?
I mean, Mike basically something up. I think it's definitely going to be more than 3. So, but if it did come down to 3 backups, I'm cool as long as they address some other areas, and I'm at a point with the team where I'm going to be honest, I'm starting to get frustrated with Brad Holmes. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's starting to frustrate the hell out of me because sometimes I think you can look at a person and say they understood the assignment, and then there's some people who you can look and say maybe he thought he understood the assignment, but he just took a few shots in the dark. And so right now, I'm looking at this team and I'm like, God, why am I still longing for so many things that we already had issues with? So, the 3 backups that we got at the lineman's position, I think it'd be like at least 3 or 4. And if that's the case, then yeah, that means we probably going into the year with 2 quarterbacks. And some other areas going to be tripled and double team up on because it is lacking, like the secondary.
But look, we're only in year 2 of the build. You're gonna feel that way. That's just normal.
There was some mistakes though.
Listen,
I do see your Brad Holmes tag because I got some
Brad Holmes is very impulsive. Like if it wasn't for Dorsey last year, he would have traded up for Levi Onwuzurike. He would have traded up for Sewell.
Levi Onwuzurike, that's his name now.
Yeah, whatever. Right. But then you look at this year. Look, he traded up and and he said he broke his own rule that he learned, which is you don't draft hurt players in the first round. And he did it anyway. Right. And so you start to look at this, and if you were to look at this draft, right? If you looked at the Lions last year, what was the biggest problems you had? Like the biggest thing that needed to be upgraded from last year? It was defense, right? This draft was literally laced for the Lions to improve that defense on so many levels. And they opted to take offensive players in positions that I don't think we need. Like was James Mitchell really going to come in and unseat Brock Wright? Right? Like was having Jameson Williams come in and sit gonna make a lot of sense? Maybe in the future, sure. But you had already brought back Reynolds, you had already had Amon-Ra, and you had picked up Chalk. So then you go out and take another receiver, like for what? Just saying.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pop up this question just because somebody decided to be a smartass with just picking on me, so I'm just gonna bring this one up. Dan Spanos, do you think the Chicago Bears will go 0-17? We ain't the Lions. What you talking about? Oh, I know everybody else on the panel is going to hope that they go 0-17, but I don't see them going 0-17. I don't know.
Bears offensive line.
They'll be
butt cheeks.
They'll get two. They'll be 2-15.
That offensive line is trash in the half, and the $3 million.
That's just a flaming dust. That's just
I've never seen an offensive line this bad before. It's bad.
Wow.
Justin Fields is running for his life every play.
They need to wear that. They need to wear that god awful orange helmet and the orange uniforms all year because it's gonna be a prison break all the way to Justin Fields all season long.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be a prison break to his ass all year. He gonna be
Boye Mafe yesterday in that preseason game. I was like, good grief! Like. Was causing all kind of havoc where he had to constantly move around and stuff, and I'm like, this is nuts. So, I was having to pray for the Bears, but since I got one as a rug, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Boy, Justin Fields, baby, he gonna be.
Oh, he was running for his. He's been running for his damn life, though. But I like that backup they got. So the backup QB Simeon.
My man, smoking Jeremy B. Who he got a cigarette right now. Would you sign Malcolm Brown, who's a free agent? Absolutely. We need that girl from the defensive line. We ain't got it. Even Dan Campbell said it in his first presser in camp was like, we need some girth on the defensive line. That hurt us when Pennicini, unfortunately had those calcium deposits and had to retire. So we need to, because we got one guy that's over 330 pounds, and that's Aleem McNeil. We need another big old house run stuffer in the middle of that defense. You know what I'm saying, to spell him.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say no emphatically because what's the difference between Malcolm Brown and Isaiah Buggs? Not much, in my opinion. They here, if you want to say that, and I don't care about the weight of it. I need somebody with an attitude that want to do it, right? Like we've had Danny Shelton to anchor the middle of the field. They still ran the ball down our throat. He couldn't get no push other than just being a damn roadblock. I need somebody that's small or somebody that's more agile that can cause havoc. I think Aleem McNeil is a good start, but you need something very similar to that, not necessarily as big, but somebody who can really generate some push and pull if they have to on that line. Malcolm Brown is bouncing around for a reason. He is about as meh as they come.
You need like a Roquan, a Montezuma missile.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and right now, if y'all stop playing and go ahead and send Roquan over, we can make everybody happy.
Please, God, do it. We need help so
They're
bad.
not. They are.
I'll give you Tim Boyle.
Bring
over here.
I thought you wanted him, not.
All they're doing is pissing him off. Did you see that boy on the sidelines last night with the mean mugging look? Oh my God.
And he been talking a lot in the media. Roquan Smith been talking a lot in the media about feeling undervalued. So the more that they drag this on, the more he finna tell them I want more money. And listen, for us, the Lions fan base, it's a win-win if you think about it. Because, for example, right, if you get him, it's like great, we got the talent. If you don't get him, he finna damn near mess up their cat because he finna get paid. So it's great.
He ain't getting shit.
Then send him on home. He never liked to shine no way. He said ain't no fun there.
Do you know how many Bears players have fought that battle and lost?
Who?
Urlacher.
Urlacher got paid.
Yeah, he got
paid.
Well, he got paid, but he didn't got paid, and he got treated like shit. And he left and said he would never come the fuck back.
I mean,
I just want to get rid of that second round pick because we suck in the second round, man.
you say just to avoid the history, we could claim that we got the second round pick right.
They are gonna franchise tag him and piss him off. Nobody's getting him. And by the time they do get him, his value is going to be completely dropped because they're going to wreck him. That's the future of Roquan Smith.
Well, we'll give you a second round
they
because
can't
if you look at our
franchise him this
history,
They can't
terrible.
franchise him to what, next year, right? If that when is his contract up?
I believe next year.
Let's see.
We'll give him an extension. Don't worry about it. We'll give you a second round pick.
They'll drag this on until he's useless. I already see it in Pole's face. So okay, we're gonna go on to this one. From Raw Detroit. What's the urgency for getting some more linebackers in Detroit?
It ain't none.
It's like a rocket ship. Very urgent over here.
Very urgent. Just management.
Yeah, this is the last year of his contract.
Hey, Luke, do you need linebackers? I was told that linebackers is not a big deal. Like,
Absolutely not. You don't need. I mean, they not. You know what? Linebackers aren't even human beings. Okay. Right? They're not even real players. You know what? They're just out there as like decoys. Like, why would you need a linebacker?
there's no we don't need linebackers anymore.
I mean, listen, why would you need a linebacker when you got the great Malcolm Rodriguez?
It's so bad here. Oh my god, I feel bad for Calvin Shepard. He's drunk every night.
He has to be. I mean, even on the Hard Knocks episode, when he's yelling at all of them, he was like, if I got to play the rookie, I'll play him. I don't want to, but I'll play him. I'm thinking to myself, like, this is absolutely absurd. Like, it's either one or two things. Either you think they're this bad or undisciplined, or you just like, you know what, I need to spark something. But whatever it is, that could have been fixed this year. And I don't care what nobody say, they could have fixed all, if not more than half of their problems with this draft. They failed in some areas, in my opinion, on picks that I don't understand why we took.
Sitting there.
I could see Shepard in the bathroom during breaks with a bottle of vodka in the toilet tank, crying his eyes out.
Kobe Dean was sitting there, and we decided not to go that route. Now he's bawling for the Eagles, just destroying it.
What do you think, Michael? What's the urgency for getting some more linebackers in Detroit?
You know, like you guys were saying, that Hard Knocks episode, how awkward is that for Rodriguez to be sitting there as the whole, all these veterans are just getting chewed out, and he's just got to sit there and just keep his mouth shut as they're saying, you know, this guy's doing all right. But I get your point about the draft, but, you know, Nakobe Dean, that everybody else passed on him how many times too. So, you know, we didn't have access to medical reports. It came out that he was hurt, could have had surgery, refused the surgery. So who knows how he would have done. Yeah, maybe we could have done better with linebacker this year in the draft, but is there next year? Who knows what's coming out that might be better? We'll find out. Let's just give this one a chance.
Well, we ain't got to talk about to give it a chance. I think that giving it a chance is a fair assessment, right? But when you look at it, take Nakobe Dean out of the picture, right? We don't even have to talk about Nakobe Dean. What about Leo Chanel? Because in the third round, you could have had him, you know, and you opted for Kirby at the safety position. Then, you know, and we needed a safety, but there were other options you could have had before then. I think while we, the fans and many of the media praised that trade and said, oh, well, we fleeced the Vikings and all this other stuff, right? Like, I get it. I totally get it. But to me, what's the point of having a team that can't stop nobody, right? Like, if you can't stop nobody, what's the point of having that? And to me, you could have got a Chad Muma if you kept your picks. You literally just had to hold fast to your picks. You could have took Aiden Hudson. You could have came back at pick 32. And you could have took Louis Sean. If Louis Sean wasn't there, you could have said, you know what? Now at 32, I feel more comfortable taking, say, Pickens, or I feel more comfortable taking, say, another linebacker. Or let's say you did trade up, right? Like you did. You could have took Devin Lloyd if you was, you know, for your linebacker position, came back in the second round, not took another D lineman, and then took a receiver or took another safety. There were just too many combinations you could have did. And I'm not going to kill them because they didn't do it my way. I'll kill them when I sit there and look and see that we have talent that was passed over for talent that we're trying to figure out when are you going to get on the field.
But how much do you think that because remember Sheila was on Brad Holmes last year about not choosing a wide receiver. So maybe there was some kind of underlying deal where Sheila said you got to get somebody higher.
I don't think Sheila is that involved to be telling him like, yeah, you got to do this. She trusts the team that's been put together, and they do everything by committee. I think Brad Holmes is impulsive. I think, like, I guarantee you, I would be shocked if next year's draft come and we don't trade. I will be shocked.
I will be
it's
on
not
fire
gonna happen.
if we don't take a
linebacker. I saw
Yeah.
the wide receiver pick as incredibly impulsive right now, but I also took it as a sign that Brad Holmes may have his quarterback already in mind as a replacement for Goff, but that quarterback is not quite yet available, and so he's getting that wide receiver for that now, so that he's already ready to go when that guy gets here.
That's a good point.
Very possible. I agree with that. Very possible.
So what do you think, Kurt?
So the urgency is we're on DEFCON 1 when we're talking about we need live. Hey, if write the check, cut the check, give him picks, get Roquan in the building, man. The urgency is definitely
y'all
there.
are praying for him. He's not gonna be in the.
He's not coming. The Bears are
coming,
never,
but we are praying.
Man, hope of all hope. You know what I'm saying? But we need some definitely. I mean, either we need a linebacker in the building, or we need some something to kick the guys that we have in gear. You know what I'm saying? Something needs to happen. It needs to happen fast. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at this. Okay. All right. So It's one of those things where we need that. I'm just reading my man Vinny. That's my man Vinny.
Yeah, this is for you, Kurt. This is for you, Kurt.
Okay.
Over under odds for Swift rushing yards is 850. Easy money to take the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the money. And that's my man Vinny. If y'all don't know who he is the host of the Sac City podcast. He's a full setter like me. He went to my school. He's my alma mater. Great guy, man. He does his thing. So yeah, easy money, 850. My man said he getting a K this year, so I'm gonna hold him to that K.
It's not hard to get that K though, if you think about it.
Yep, I'm holding to that K. So Vinny, I'm taking the over, baby.
Brian Stover says, "Do we win or lose the game opener against the Eagles?"
We're taking the L on that one.
All right, we're taking an L. We can't stop doing.
I say we win. I say we win that game, and I'll tell you why. I know Jalen Hurts want to be out to prove himself, and I know we saw a bad outing from the Lions team as a whole with the mobile quarterback and stuff. I get all that. All that is relevant information that you can use to have an assessment. But there's something that I don't think that many people recognize. It's the season opener, a new change in defense, and the fact that they're going to treat the Lions like, hey, it's the Lions. I think that we can come out and sock them in the face. The NFC East itself does this every year. I feel like every year they come out and like one team wins that week that should not win, and all the teams that should win lose because they come out and they underestimate their opponent. It's a home game for the Lions. The fans should be pumped and alive, hopefully way better than they was against the 49ers, where the 49ers took over our damn stadium. But I think they get an easy win by simply just putting a lot of pressure, because I think you're going to get a lot of blitz packages going at Hurd. And if that running back get going, if Miles Sanders get going, we got a problem. But we ain't got to worry about that because we got Malcolm Rodriguez, right? And he's going to stop all of this.
Malcolm Rodriguez, look, man, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, Rodrigo, baby.
I will say this about Rodrigo. Y'all say what y'all want to say about Rodrigo, man. The dude.
No, I love him.
I like his attitude. I like the way he gets after it. He's gonna make some mistakes, so he's a rookie, but I like the way he plays, man. I do.
I love Rodriguez. It's great. I hope he plays. I just don't think he's going to be right now. He's not going to be.
He's not the end all be all. No,
he's not the end all be all. That's just what. But I love
you.
what I'm seeing from him. I want him to start week 1 because if he's playing the best, I want him out there.
Yeah,
now I'm a question mark, but I'm not going to say this guy's Luke Kuechly. Just not going to
exactly.
go there.
I live in North Carolina, man. Luke Kuechly's a god down here, man. Man, that dude, he's all over my TV, and he ain't even playing.
You know what's funny? Luke Kuechly, when he came out of college and went to it, it was a lot of mixed reactions from the Carolina fan base about him, right? But I'm going to show you how crazy this is. Mm-hmm. That same player came in and did so much that when he fully retired, that defense went straight to the trash.
Yeah.
Every year he was hurt, they went to the trash. But linebackers is not important, and I'm not a rapper. So go ahead.
So, Mike and Tim, what you got as far as a win-loss?
It's a win. It's a win. I think our offense is really going. I think they're going to underestimate our offense.
I say
I
we
say
lose. It'll be a fifth. They'll score
we
52 points on our defense.
We got to open up. I mean, that Philly defense ain't no joke.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't no punk. Ain't no punks. That defensive line is massive over there. It's going to be a test for our guys. That secondary is pretty good too. They got a really good secondary in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And anchored by one of our guys that was here forever. Darius Slay. But it's going to be a test. It's going to be a test.
Michael Huck, what you got?
I think I think it's going to be closer than last year, but it's going to be close, but they'll end up losing that one.
I'm going to say it's going to be a win simply on the fact that everybody thinks they're going to lose. And that's going to be the shock. That's going to, a lot of Lions fans think that. Right. So that it's going to be the shocker. Now I've got to pick on Luke G.
Okay.
Grandizer 12. Good take, Luke G. Should have maybe traded down. Get your in linebacker, backup QB. Can you imagine if Lions took Malik Willis and
Why is that name even coming up?
I mean, listen. My attitude to it is just saying, okay, let's just look at it in perspective. They all got to still play, right? They all got to still play, and everything can change. I'm not taking that away from them, but my issue is this. When you are doing a rebuild, you build it from the foundation up. The foundation is the D-line, the O-line. They had the O-line. They added the quarterback. They added other pieces from that foundational offense. Well, you went defense the last 2 years on the D-line, so that means that the foundation was set, right? So that means the next piece had to go to the next level, which would have been linebacker and safety. And what I realize is that these things are not happening and occurring because guess what? They decided to opt in again on more foundational pieces and roll with the likes of people like Alex Anzalone. And I'm like, this is not acceptable. Now, let's say they did take Malik Willis in the 3rd round, right? Okay. I wouldn't have cared. I didn't really want no quarterback. I didn't want no receiver or tight end either. But I wouldn't have cared for the quarterback at that point in the 3rd because it'd been like, well, it's in the 3rd. I can care less, right? But when I had people talking about, so take him with the 2nd overall pick, you needed prayer. You needed all type of, you needed exorcism. You needed a garlic wreath around your neck. I didn't want that. That's not how it's supposed to work. I just think that when you look at it, you can't just decide, hey, we're going to go D-line, D-line, D-line.
D-line,
skip linebacker. Huh?
D-line, D-line, D-line. D-line, 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 D-line.
They did. And then skip linebacker, safety line. You can't do this.
I think everybody dogged this quarterback draft, this draft class for the quarterbacks. And the funniest thing, looks like they're better than last year's draft class. Sam Howell looking like a beast. Bailey Zappi had some good moments. Malik Willis looked really good. Desmond Ridder, you see what he did to us. I mean, and these quarterbacks were in the late. You could have got Ridder late. You could have got Sam Howell in the 5th. I mean, it was. It's just funny how it turned out that way.
Let's say they took Sam Howell over taking the tight end. Would you have felt better? Yes.
Yeah.
Because we didn't need that tight. That tight end is the worst. I don't care. He gonna have to prove me wrong and have me shut the hell up. That was the worst pick of the draft. We didn't need a tight end.
Sam Howell would have been great as a backup. We seen what he did in preseason. The guy's got moves. He's got an arm. That'd have been a good pick.
Yeah, I'm not a Sam Howell fan. I watched him down here in North Carolina.
I liked him, but I don't
It
know
ain't
if he
gonna
would have been
last.
the.
It
He's
ain't gonna
not a.
last.
To me, he's not a starter quarterback, but I liked him.
Mm.
But so Lionel's got a question here, an interesting one.
What's
Hypothetically,
that?
if we only win 3 games this season, is MCDC in the hot seat?
It should be in a boiling seat. If you only win 3 games this year, you need to go. At that, like that would be so underwhelming. And with the schedule, with more, the offense is right now firing on all cylinders. You should have to win more than 3 games.
Yeah.
If you can't win more than 3 games, I love Dan Campbell. He's my favorite probably head coach that we've ever had. But I would be all right, you gotta go. Like you can't do
Listen,
this.
I've already made this. I declared this from the get-go. I flat out said when everybody was like, oh, we get 6 wins. No. What he can't do is win 3. He can't win 3. And at that point, if he win 3, there is no hot seat. I keep trying to explain to this fan base that there is no hot seat. You don't give Dead Man Walker opportunity to keep adding to the roster. You get him out of here. Because if you do give him a chance to add to the roster, you're going to take cornerbacks from Ohio State 3rd overall. Okay? And that's not what we're supposed to be doing here.
Right. Kurt, what you think?
Yeah. I mean, he will be on the hot seat. If 3 wins, that's unacceptable this year. Unacceptable.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't have 3
This
wins.
is
You can't
fire.
have that. You can't have what we had last year, and like we talked about earlier, where you had the 5 losses within 2 points of each other. You're supposed to be a step up from that last year. So you can't have 3 wins this year and not be on the hot seat.
You can't be calling it a build if you're going backwards.
Yeah, you can't.
So, Michael Huck, what do you think?
Yeah, 3 wins would be unacceptable. Actually, I think unless he gets 6 wins or more, that's where I would put judging him on whether or not to keep him 6 or more.
Mike, you don't think 6 is too low with this schedule?
I say that, but then you never know what injuries you're going to get, who's going to go down. Say Jared Goff goes down. You've got Boyle, you've got Blau.
Oh, Lord.
You're not going to win regardless.
They woke you up.
Yeah.
In all fairness,
injuries too. So I would say 6 is the minimum that he has to win.
But in all fairness, let's say if Goff do go down, right? Many of us expect that they starting quarterback to go down, that the team will struggle if they don't have a legitimate backup, right? We all get that. But let's say he did go down. With this schedule, though, 6 wins, this schedule, 9 home games, all your hard games at home, right? You're playing teams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 games against teams who are in the first year of their rebuild.
But here's the thing: if Goff goes down, and there's nothing to save this damn team, of course MCDC and Brad Holmes both need to be on the hot seat because they should have freaking handled this already.
Yep.
Hands down, you got to find ways of winning. You can't just keep getting excuses for losing.
Tim Boyle and David Blau. Enough said.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not using the Jared Goff going down argument no more, because I'm like, Mike Tomlin didn't have no damn body at quarterback and still won more than 6 games with a harder schedule. Like, come on, like it's you get 9 home games.
Yeah, 100% right there, Luke. 100.
Anybody else got anything to add to this one? No,
I don't think he's good. I think they'll win more than 3 games. I got.
All right, hey. Let's got to pay the bills right quick. Hey, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. Go over and check us out on Lions Nation Unite. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. While you're over there, go ahead and get yourself some LNU gear. You saw I'm rocking mine today. Go to LNUshop.com right there in the app, man. You got some great gear over there. Like I said, it's always game day in LNU. Go to Fanatics.com. Links in the description below. Y'all see I got all these sweet lids, you know what I'm saying? I be rocking. The Kirk cap switch up is in effect. I'll get all my caps right over there at fanatics.com. Links in the description below. And a portion of the proceeds, a small portion, to help us go to content on this channel, go to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Man, I got a special interview coming up. We're interviewing the person here the next day or so, and we have another article coming out here real soon. So go over there and check it out. And while you're over there, go to LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. We'll be migrating that stuff over to LNU Shop real soon. So, stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? There will be happening here in the future. And if you want to get yourself some desserts, man, go over to Delightful Bites in the description below, man. It's just, if you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. It is some great desserts, man. So go over. I will touch base with her soon to see if she's going to run another football special this year. So go ahead, man. Delightful Bites, and get your cookie on. So go ahead, Val.
I've got a couple of fan submitted questions. So we won't be able to pop them up on the chat, but I want to make sure that we got to them. Our good buddy Turner Burley wants to know, do you think the Lions can stand to lose Aaron Glenn and continue to have success with our defense?
Yeah. Because you slide Aubrey Pleasant, because he's going to be the next coordinator once Aaron Glenn leaves. He's going to step right into that position, and I think we'll be in good hands with him and as the defensive coordinator.
And thank you for the 2 third-round picks that we get.
Yep.
My only problem with the question was using the word success and defense in the same question.
That is true. Success and defense don't get along in Detroit.
Neither in Chicago either. Okay.
Yeah, that's bad.
Hey, we did. We were monsters of the Midway until Poles destroyed it. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
85 was so long ago.
Now you like
85 was so long ago.
Oh no! Wait a minute, Kurt. You think you slick, but at least we had an 85.
Yeah, we got one in 1957. How about that?
You want to bring up old shit?
That was only a championship game. That wasn't even.
We bring up old stuff.
A win is a win.
Kurt slid that one in there quick. 85 was so long ago.
So was 57.
The galaxy
It
was. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was. But I think we'll be all right with Aubrey Pleasant. I think he can take that ball and roll with it. So yeah. Anybody else?
What do you think? Anybody else?
If you can turn this thing around and you do lose Aaron Glenn, you're showing a path that you're bringing in assistants who are now going to be head coaches. So if you can start producing head coaches from your organization, what's to prevent you from bringing in better coaches down the road too?
True.
When I think about the best head coaches in NFL history, I've always known that when they put their staff together, they knew they put it together with the idea that they were going to lose those guys to head coaching positions. And what they did was they would always have 1 or 2 people in the hole who was groomed up to be the next person to take over. And if that has not happened here under Dan Campbell, then we need to restart to look at if he's the right head coach in general. But for me, as much as I love Aaron Glenn, right? Like me and Aaron Glenn, we on the same page. If we lose him and then the defense all of a sudden takes a huge slump, that's a problem for me. I don't think that would be the case, because I think that the Lions are getting back to a lot of their traditional ways. And I do like the fact that, I think we're a better team as a 4-3 team in the first place. So, I think we'd be just fine if AG leave. Is it going to hurt a little? Yes, but that should be like a small micro millisecond, if you want to say, of a hurt, in my opinion.
Okay, I feel you on that one. We got another one.
Anybody else got anything more to that?
We're running up on it now.
We got one more. We got one more question now.
Okay.
This would not be a Prowl family discussion without talking about our favorite people on the field, the refs. So, which screwing? This is by Eric Gray. Which screwing of the Lions was more egregious? The Seahawks batted ball out of the end zone, or the picked up flag versus the Cowboys?
The Cowboys.
Because
I hate the fucking
flag
Cowboys.
versus Cowboys.
Yeah, it had to be the flag, because I don't think many fans, although I realized that was a flag, I was like, wait a minute, you can't bat the ball out the back of the end zone. But I don't think most fans or the ref really knew that it was a damn issue until after the fact. And so hindsight is 20/20 in that regard. But that picked up flag, that was the first time I had ever in all my years of playing football, seeing a flag be picked up. I've never seen that. Or what was a blatant call. So yeah, it's the flag.
Yeah, the flag.
Jarrah paid him off.
Even the fact that they took the game from the kid out in the pregame thing where they saw the kid had on a Stafford jersey and they took the damn game system from the kid. That's how bad it was out there in Dallas that year for Detroit in the playoffs. They had a kid win a game system from a radio station. They saw the kid had on a Stafford jersey and they made the other kid win. That's some BS right there.
That is.
Now, I'm gonna tell you another reason why why the Dallas game is worse. If you really wanted to be upset, it was the fact that at the end of that game on that last touchdown, where the NFL admit that there should have been a holding call on Ndamukong Suh that was missed. That's how bad it was. They should have been pushed so far back that game was over. But because it's Dallas, they didn't call the holding penalty because it was Dallas and it was Suh.
And not to mention Des Bryant on the field without his helmet on. And that wasn't even an offense.
Yeah, Des Bryant running out there with his helmet off to argue the call with the officials. That should have been 15 on top of the 15 for the pass interference.
Exactly.
And they didn't. They picked up the flag and didn't call the other one.
Yeah. That's the argument. All right.
I don't know who gave that question, but to you, you suck for that. My whole spirit is broke again. Thank you.
We're running all right, man. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. First of all, thank everyone for coming in and hanging out on the Fan Takeover show. It's been so much fun talking to you guys and hearing your questions and answering your questions, man. It's been a great time. And we'll go to my man Michael Huck first because he's the guest on the panel today. Hey, give your final thoughts for today's show, Mike.
I really just want to thank you for letting me come on the show. It makes me appreciate more what you guys go through with these questions coming without knowing, and you got to think on the fly. So I really appreciate what you do a lot more. Really enjoy the show. Keep up the good work. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thanks, man, for coming on, man. We appreciate you, brother. And we'll see you at Mr. Reliable. He's always in that Golden Rooms meeting on Wednesday, man. He's always there. All right, my man, Maniac Tim, what you got for today's show? Final thoughts.
All right. Don't settle for less. Always expect the best. And go Lions.
Man, that's a maniac quote for your behind right there. We appreciate you. And we got Lions football tomorrow. Lions football tomorrow. What you got, my
let Aiden Hutchins open up the maniac on whatever quarterback and running back he plays against.
Okay, he want the maniac to come out of Aiden Hutchinson. Okay, I feel you. He's gonna be doing that Michael Jackson leg kick all season. All right, what you got? Micro Mike, my man, LNU stablemate. What you got for final thoughts for today's show?
We lost the game last week, and the fans went crazy, said it's the same old Lions. Folks, it's preseason. It doesn't matter if you win or lose in this. So if we win or lose tomorrow, who cares what the final score is? That means nothing. Just watch what your starters, if they're going to play at all, do against the opposing starters. Don't worry about if there's a fumble at the end and we lose a game, because guess what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whatsoever. I don't even think a lot of the starters aren't going to play tomorrow. Dan Campbell's already said it, so I doubt if we see a lot of those starters tomorrow. For me, before I get to the Queen, man, thank you all for hanging out with us right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions News and Rumors. We appreciate all you guys, the new people coming in, hanging out with us, checking out the weekly, the recorded videos that we pre-tape in the morning, man, and we do this for you guys, and we appreciate you right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, man, and thank you guys we do this stuff for you, and we appreciate you right here, and that's why we want to do the Fan Takeover to show you our appreciation for you guys, because we love to hear from you out. Because we do it. We're the voice of the fans right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So what you got, Queen?
I just want to say thank you to everybody who hung out with us today and all those great questions. You guys always keep us on our toes, so it's a fun experience. And Michael Huck for coming on. This is what we're all about. We are. This is what we're here for. We're here for you. And I just want to say to Jim up in heaven because the Bears whipped his backup teams. But last night, so yeah.
That's Luke's backup team too.
And to Luke G, I hope you have some catch up with those French fries. You know, when
We don't do no ketchup around here, okay? This team ranch on them French fries around here, gang.
Catch up on the French fries with the queen. All right, now it's time for the always inspirational Luke G to go ahead and take us home. What you got, Luke G?
Hey, shout out to the family, man. It's always fun to come on and do this. Everybody who's in the building, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and you comment. You got to have a comment afterwards. We said something. I know you didn't agree with everything, all right? But today's positive quote comes from me. Keep on climbing. Yeah, see, I had to tell myself this just a few days ago. I had to tell myself to keep on climbing. I realized that when you are climbing anything, whether it's the corporate America or whether it's the thing called life, when you get to certain milestones, aka the top of the mountain, it's the bottom of another. You have to keep on climbing. You got to push way past it. Dig deep into the progress of your spirit to get above it. So many times I find myself questioning, doubting myself on if I can make it above the next mountain. And then I realize I have somebody to piss off and I keep climbing. You can keep climbing. You can keep building. You can keep growing. Don't let people tell you what you did in the past and who you are today. That's their problem, not yours. You can be something special. You can be something stronger. Your attitude does not have to be their spirit. It just simply needs to be your own. Keep climbing. Whatever you do, every time you slide down, put another foot and get back to the top. Because I can tell you one thing, while you're constantly climbing, there are others behind you watching, praying for your downfall. And there's nothing better than letting your haters know it's going to be a while. Hold your breath. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Yes, man. Please do your research, man, because I had to tell a chump the other day do their research on the show. But all that being said, man, hey, we got game tomorrow, man. Like Micro Mike says, just watch it and enjoy it, man. It's preseason. It ain't gonna be the be all end all of the season. Most likely, you won't get the starters at all. So just go ahead and enjoy the Lions football if you can. It'll be replayed tomorrow sometime. I don't think it's on national TV, but we're getting closer to the season, man. But enjoy your family this weekend. Take some time to enjoy your family because you ain't gonna get a chance to do it here pretty soon because football is coming, baby. And the weekends is gonna be reserved for the pigskin. So with all that being said, man, please do me one thing. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.